Here we go, new season. This is it. We're going to win it this year.
Another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Let's go. It's game time. Get that defense out there. Championship defense.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Boom.
And this
Sheffield making plays.
As he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. Throwing now, Jackson.
Boom, Sheffield. Sheffield wants it this year.
And he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tackle.
They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication.
Those hands up, Griffin. That's why I paid you all that money.
Otherwise, this could be a long game.
No Hollywood brand today.
On 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
MVP year right here. That's it. We got to do it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. But that is still well short of what he needed. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now are likely 3 and out to start.
Go get it, Sherman.
They rallied to the
Go get that ball. Go get that ball.
And made sure
Damn
they
it.
give a much run after catch.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
How does Hollywood get behind you?
Across the 45. 27 yards there. 1st down. They'll run on first down. Benson, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after
cleaning that up.
only a couple.
Doing what safeties do.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time?
Boom, Sheffield.
Sack back at about the 43-yard line.
So the guns.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety.
Block.
When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Don't touch the ball.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Right, here we go, offense. Here we go.
Out comes Houston.
Let's go,
and
big
on the
play.
First drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing.
No, Deshaun.
And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Already one play, Deshaun. Already fumbled.
When I see a play like that,
God.
I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whenever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can.
They'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
Okay, here we go.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Damn it.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Let's just feel it at the goal line.
Tell me why I drafted you.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting
God, who is blocking him?
now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
I'm going back to you.
On second down, it's Haynes. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Deshaun Watson,
slide,
so
on
multi-dimensional,
the damn
able
ball.
to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now here's a pass on first
Why are
down.
both of y'all there?
And incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on third down, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
It's 2 fumbles in just over a quarter.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moving.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Nobody was open. Nobody.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch call.
Anna, come on, man. I could have just gone for it. What a bunch of bullshit.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
Gotta be kidding me.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
I should have just gone for it.
Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for the Ravens. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try the left side.
There you go, Herman.
It's Benson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense...
Damn it, man.
For a Ravens touchdown.
Oh.
A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more.
I gotta get there.
Encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Man, who are y'all blocking?
20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that.
Let's go.
Here in week 1. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Here's Watson. And an alley to run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nash. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was a nice trying to do is make the defender think he's going up.
Pitch the ball, Deshaun.
And then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts
play,
to the middle
man.
of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try the left side. It's Haynes. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson.
Good.
End zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Hold on to the ball, Nash.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night
Damn.
telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road.
5 touchdowns.
Josh Allen,
Fuck.
5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. 21-9, your final. And then finally, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football with a good one between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
You actually have to make contact with them.
And now
all right, let's go a little play action because what we were doing in the first half is not working.
Second half, pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
You couldn't even look up field.
This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Damn it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Watson Completes this to Waring.
Oh boy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson now to throw.
Damn it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Get his ass.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Jackson.
There you go, Justin. Big 10 plays. Good, and he got hurt.
And now following that sack, looks like we got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here for Davis. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now.
All right, I like it. I like it.
They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score
bring a little safety blitz, huh?
Right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and take that?
Don't
Because
scare
that's
us.
been an issue for them in this game. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Haynes. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Get there.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
It's the rookie Conrad.
They figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
He got it. There you go, Conrad.
First before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Watson.
Go Nash. Where's the face mask?
And he's
taken rip my head off.
But not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play.
Damn it,
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson steps away to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This at all.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Let's go! Let's
Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. How about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
Face mask, face
but
mask,
he was
face
pulled
mask.
down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now it's the backup Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Watson.
Go, Bowman.
Complete. That's Bowman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play.
Man, where the did he come from?
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Why didn't you block him?
He's
right in front of you.
From the 6 to the 5. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
Let's do what we do, baby. Let's do what we do.
But they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, let's hurry up.
Get him.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The ball back.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The throw over the middle taken in.
Damn it.
Worked this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. To throw is Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
On 3rd down, it's Benson. And
taking
it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Connor. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Aaron.
On 1st down, Benson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
How did I let him get that 1st down?
Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead.
How did I let him get that 1st down on 3rd and 17?
And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone...
And this is caught at the 20. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone.
3rd and 17, I'll get a 1st down and a draw.
So for the Ravens, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire